Hello guys! For the last couple of months I have been taking some interesting MOOCs on linguistics and translation. So I thought I should ask my classmates who learn German about the reasons they decided to do so. They gave me the most exciting answers. You want to check them out. So let me read some of them for you. Lena says, my German teacher in high school also has excellent skills in English. Since English is so much more popular in France than German, German scares people and is dying here, by the way. That is so sad. I agree. I asked her what made her choose this language. She just loves how German work, how you have to think about the words and their place in the sentence. As a French native speaker, German is some kind of mental gymnastics, and I love it too. German is love, German is life. Ale says, hi, some of my reasons include the following: reading psychology books in their original language, travel, and I think it sounds so romantic. The next friend must be from Russia because I can't read his name. Sorry. I like German for two main reasons. Firstly, it's Germanic, and secondly, there's quite a lot of good songs in German. Dominic answers to my Russian friend. He says, I like learning the grammar first. First of all, I'm better at writing, and second of all, I believe that grammar is the cement of a language and I enjoy it. So there comes my Russian friend again and says grammar is good when you can sing it. Well, I'll say here, Geschmackssache. Another friend, Anjali, says, initially I tried learning German because the guy I had a crush on in school was half German. Later I found it fun and easy, and so stuck with it for its own sake. I'd still like to take it up again. That's right, love can be a very good reason to learn German. Carola says, an example that directly relates to my profession, I am a professional translator, is that German, French and English are the three official languages of the European Patent Office, EPO. You need to submit a European patent application in one of these three languages. There are exceptions though. Plus, Germany, Austria and Switzerland are pretty powerful economic powers in terms of GDP. Plus, Germany is one of the 7 most powerful economies on earth, part of the G7. Margriet. Learning languages is important in the Netherlands, so Margriet comes from the Netherlands. Our economy is dependent on international trade, so students in secondary school are required to learn at least 2 foreign languages. As Germany is our most important trading partner, the most obvious choice after English is German. Besides, German and Dutch are so alike that it is hard for a Dutch person to pick up quite a bit of German automatically. Now Joseph. Growing up in the upper Midwest of the United States, Minnesota and Wisconsin area, I was exposed to the heritage of German immigrants from over 100 years ago. My father would use occasional German expressions in the kitchen as his grandmother spoke German as her primary language. So I would say that this early exposure whetted my interest in the language and culture. In high school, the languages offered were French, German, Spanish and Latin. Students who were considering medical or legal careers chose Latin. Students who thought of themselves as not very smart or dedicated to school took Spanish. Back then, Spanish speakers were rare in Minnesota. Spanish had the reputation of being the easiest of the four. The rest of the students split between French and German, not sure of the reasons. I have really enjoyed my experience with German and found that it opened up new worlds to me throughout my life. Over the last 30 plus years, German's economic growth has ensured its place in the world as an important culture and language. I still love to read German books and also the current news from a German perspective. Robert says, and I fully agree, a good reason for studying at least one foreign language is, as Goethe remarked, wer fremde Sprachen nicht kennt, weiß nichts von seiner eigenen. He who does not know foreign languages knows nothing of his own. A rewarding reason for studying foreign languages is subtly depicted in a scene from the movie A Fish Called Wanda. Besides the two good reasons depicted in your logo, I guess he means beer and gorgeous girls. My main reason for relearning German was to be able to enter into a dialogue with far greater minds such as Goethe, Kant, Hegel, Nietzsche, Thomas Mann, to name a few. This message is from Neil. Because I live here and have to pass a test to avoid having to renew my Aufenthaltstitel every 2 years. Plus, it's useful for arguing with the telephone company from time to time. Megan. Hello, MrsDeutsch. As I was in high school, I thought of learning German because I wanted to read the classics in original language. It did not work. Self-discipline for the language was not enough. Later, I had to live in Germany and due to work, I slowly learned the language. Sadly, still commit many grammatical errors, but maybe I'm just too strict with myself. Megan, my advice to you is go watch my video, How to Avoid Mistakes when Speaking a Foreign Language. So, Janet says, I will never forget what my classmate in our 4th and final year of the French honors program said. I never realized how poor my English was until now. I learned German because, to me, it's beautiful. It doesn't beat French, Spanish or Italian, but speaking, writing German is a little like playing with Lego blocks. All the blocks should be in the right places. The challenge while learning it is rewarding. This one is the last one. Hi, I got all these weird looks when I told my friends I'm learning German. I live in France and it seems that German was the second language that you were stuck with at middle school and it just brought up poor memories. There's also the factor that German pronunciation is still stereotyped from World War II movies as rough and complicated. I couldn't agree more. As for me, I fell in love with the German language when I went to Germany and heard people get on with their daily life using that language. It instantly broke all prejudgments I had on language. It can be very sweet to the ear. I love the U sound. And at the same time it has some odd sounds that makes me intrigued. As I'm learning it, I'm finding it pretty similar to English and it has a nice logic through it. As for me, you can hear about my story in the video How to Learn German Quickly, how I did. I apologize if this video was unusually long, but I wanted to include as many answers as possible. To summarize, we have seen people learning German because of education, science, economy, career, traveling, even love, or just for fun. Why are you learning German? I'll be happy to hear about your motivation to learn German. You are welcome to leave me a message or make a response video. Why not? See you next time. Tschüss!